Hello, family. Good morning and welcome to 2026. I feel so happy, honestly. I feel so happy. Yeah. When I think about the things that you've done, my imagination has come to reality. Oh my God, oh, you do this one, you do this one, I'm so happy. I'm honestly so happy. At this point, I had finished my morning routine, and I had a cousin in the house that came and was asking me how I slept and what do I have to say about 2026. So I was just being thankful to God, honestly, and there was so much joy in me. Yeah, so I was trying to explain to her that God has been faithful, God has been marvelous, God has really been good to me, carrying me through 2025. True that all my objectives for 2025 were not attained, but honestly, I was so thankful. Yeah. So this was me after my morning routine. I quickly rushed to the kitchen to engage my day. Today we didn't have much to do. It was just to fry chicken, make stew, and rice, fried plantain. That was all our menu for today. Rice and stew, fried plantains and chicken. That was all. So here, because I had previously steamed the chicken last night, being the 31st of December, I woke up, just warm it. This is me trying to drain it so that it could be fried easily. Yeah. I was so overwhelmed with joy this morning. Have you ever woke up? Have you ever been in a state where you are happy but you can't explain your happiness? That's how I woke up this morning, with so much happiness in my heart. Truth be told, I woke up and I was telling myself, wow, today is the first day of another year. Yeah, I think that's what strike the happiness in my heart. So while I was prepping the chicken to fry, I told my daughter to slice the tomatoes. At the same time, I was telling her how to properly wash the green spices and slide. So we're doing teamwork. Our objective was to finish cooking as early as before midday. So here I had already made my fire outside and my oil was already very hot, ready to receive the chicken. So I started frying already. And at the same time, being so happy, not like I can express my joy this morning, no, that's not the case. But I was like talking to God in my heart. Like 2025, I didn't achieve all my objective for 2025. So I woke up telling God, okay, I'm grateful for already what you did for me for 2025. This is 2026, Lord. Give me the favor, give me the grace to do more in 2026. Yeah, so in my heart, despite the fact that I was so happy for seeing a new year, I was equally talking to God endlessly in my heart. So our chicken is brown. Yeah, here I don't fry it to be very dry. I just make it crispy. So it should have the juice and all its taste and aroma while we are eating. Here's just to make it delicious. Our greatest challenge for today was firewood issue. We were not expecting rain since yesterday the 31st, but unfortunately it rained yesterday so heavily. Yesterday being the 31st, it rained so heavily. So we woke up today not having dry firewood because we didn't pack them inside. Like I told you, I continued my joy. I was so happy. I woke up this morning with a lot of joy in me, in my heart. I felt so happy. You know, at the point you are like, today is not an ordinary day. You know, I tell myself, it's not like you wake up to see another day as usual. No. You woke up today into a new year. That's what I was telling myself. Like, I woke up today into a new year. And today is the first day of that new year, you know. The joy was just overflowing in my heart. Yeah, the joy was really overflowing in my heart. In the same light, you can see me dancing, cooking and dancing. Everybody in the house was like, what's happening? I was just so happy. Yeah, my heart was overflowing with joy. I was so happy. But then cooking outside today, I had a big challenge cooking outside today because my firewood was not dry. It feels so good there. I don't know if everybody has that experience cooking outside. It feels so good. This is my daughter. She's very shy. I'm asking her, like, today is 2026. What do you have to say? What can you tell the camera? What do you have to say for the year 2026? She told me that she's eating chicken. She's eating chicken. And I asked her brother. Her brother he was really very godly. Yeah, he took his time to reason and told me like he's thankful because he passed his exams and God kept us since last year, no illness. So at this point, I had finished frying my chicken and I had to engage with the plantain. The plantain was just strictly enough for us. And maybe for 2 visitors that will come, maybe. Yeah, of which they came. So I didn't fry much plantain. For 20 feet, I cooked a lot. And unfortunately, we didn't have too much visitors. And the food, we had a lot of leftover. We had a lot of leftover. Sorry for my voice. I got cold as rain was falling. Yeah, so at this point, I was a little bit worried because the fire wasn't really giving, though the oil had really heated very well. The same oil I used in frying the chicken, that was the same oil I was using in frying the plantain. But I had a huge challenge with fire. My firewood was wet. Yeah, so we're not expecting rain yesterday, but it rained yesterday like crazy. It rained seriously in my village. So here, given that the oil was much and the plantain was not really much, I thought of frying twice, but I said, why? Let me just pour in the pot all. So I had to put everything. While we focus on the fire to burn very well. So at this point, my focus was on the fire. Yeah, I had to get some wood, leftover wood for the building. That's what we're using because the really splitted firewoods that were outside, they were not burning at all. So with the smoke and the wood ash pouring in me as if it was snowing in my kitchen. We are used to, though, for people who cook with firewood. I think smoke should not be a problem to them. Yeah. So here is our crispy chicken, well seasoned and fried. I was already packing them to put in the house. I think at this point, this one was already achieved. I had finished with this one. So now our plantain was already fried and it was time for our stew. But I didn't use the same oil that I used in frying the plantain. I had changed oil to avoid having that plantain taste in my stew. So I changed oil. But I was using the same pot, because we literally just have 2 pots that we've used in our outside kitchen. And this is the biggest of them. The other one is very small. So here we cook in this pot and transfer in the cleaner pots that we use inside the house. We cook here and we do transfer in the other pots. Here I had fried my onion and I was adding my tomato paste to it. I'm trying to verify because some of these sachet tomatoes, I really don't like the way they present inside. So each time that I buy and I want to use, when I open, I take my time to verify if the paste is good for me. If not, I throw it away. So here, after frying the paste, I had to add the blended tomatoes in my pot for it to cook together with my tomato paste. And there was more in the blender cup, so I asked her to bring it along. Still fire challenge. The fire is not burning, but well, it's not a big deal because after we have to add firewood and make a huge fire for the tomatoes to boil very well and dry up. Okay. At this point, I had to rinse my blender cup. I asked my daughter to pour water, but guess what? She came and poured water. The water she poured was much. I was like, is this small water? So at this point, our only objective now was to make the fire burn, to put huge fire, add firewood under the pot, and make it burn. So this is our tomatoes, well dried. Yeah. Here it had really burned the fire and it has thickened so well. And this is me adding the chicken stock to the tomato on the fire. I think at this point stew was almost ready. Yeah, because the tomato was well cooked. So we just had to allow it simmer again with the chicken stock. And I think stew was ready. Inside the chicken stock, I had some tiny slices of chicken that were not fried. They were too small to be fried, so I just left them in the chicken stock. The same joy is animating me. Oh my God. 1st January 2026. See, I woke up with another feeling differently. It's true that music was playing in the house, but honestly, no, I had so much joy in my heart, to be sincere, so much joy in my heart. I was being so thankful to God for giving me the grace to see a new year. And at the same time, I was praying in my heart, given the fact that I was being physical with them, trying to cook for my people and trying to be active with them. I was so being prayerful in my heart, like, God, this is a new year. Please give me the grace to achieve my objectives. Answer my secret prayers, Father, please. Let next year come in a different light for me. So I contaminated boy with my joy. Amen. At each given stage of our activities today was followed with dance, so much dance. We had music playing in the house, truly, but the joy was full in our hearts. Yeah, the joy was too much. I had contaminated almost everybody with my joy. Yeah, so we were already rounding up because stew was almost ready and rice was boiling. The things we put outside, we used outside here, we were trying to keep them clean, wash them, and pack them back inside, because after eating nobody will have the energy, the courage to come and start washing things. So I decided that my daughter and I, we should clean everything, pack them in the house, so that after we eat, we rest and maybe go out for a stroll to see how others are celebrating outside. Yeah. Food was almost ready. And guess what? It was still, rain was still, there was still some thunder that was signaling rainfall. Like, rain was still trying to, rain was drizzling. I think at this point, rain was drizzling. Yeah, because I was trying to ask my son, like, hold the phone well, because the camera is rain falling. I was feeling some drops of rain on my body while I was washing the things. Food was almost ready. We had to pack everything inside the house. I had messed up that place. Oh, that was very poor of me, because it's right in front of the door, you know. People will be carrying more than entering with it in the This is best. To you before. Good appetite. My people, Happy New Year. I had to do this video. Like, today is the 1st of January 2026, and it's raining like crazy. Can you imagine? Today is the first day of the year 2026, and see the rain that is falling. Like, this is a strange one. I had never known that there's a new year that there is rain. I've never known that there's a new year that has had rain like this one. Yesterday was the last day of 2025, and the year 2025 ended in rain, and the year 2026 is starting in rain, heavy rain. Like, I just ran out of the kitchen to do this video.